Evet, en son köydeki katliamda kızıl aramaya çıkmıştık. Kızılı bulduk. Darnava'da geri gelmiştik. Buradan devam ediyoruz. Şimdi Soylazlık'a gidip bilgi vereceğiz.
The Lord be praised. What brings you to me?
My lord, I managed to find a clue to the whereabouts of the bandits.
Excellent. Bern had already told me what's been happening, but I'd like to hear it straight from the horse's mouth.
The whole story, or just the gist of it, sir?
It's up to you what you consider important.
Well, in the end, I tracked down the stable boy who fled in fear of his life, and for good reason too. He put me on the trail of a crofter from Ujit with a limp.
And his name?
The boy didn't know him by name, only by sight. But if I ask around, I'm sure folk will know who limps and keeps peculiar company. Villagers like to gossip.
But what if he's not there? He could have fled, maybe even to Kuttenberg.
If I don't find him in Ujit, I'll ask around. Someone will know something about him.
All right. Better go to Ujits then. Find this limping footpad and get the names of the others out of him. They have to face justice for what they did. I want to see them hang. Then bring him to me in Merhoyet and I'll decide on his fate.
Certainly, sir. Why choose Merhoyet?
Neden oraya?
It's somewhat at the centre of events, isn't it? And what's more, there's another stud farm there.
Sir, do you think they're going to try the same thing again?
I shouldn't think so. Everyone will be on the alert now, but the secluded dwellings are more vulnerable. There are few people in them. They're scattered everywhere and we can't guard them all.
But the bandits won't find much silver in places like that.
There's always a groschen or two, some food and so on. Anyway, how much silver did they get from slaughtering those horses?
True. If they'd stolen them, they could have sold them. Those were fine animals.
Exactly. It's not about the silver. It's about something else.
But what?
Creating fear. Such great terror that you won't even squeak when they come to cut your throat. Never mind raise your hand against them. Fear that will root you to the spot, staring like a rabbit entranced by a stoat, waiting for the death blow to fall. Helpless to do anything about it.
I have some news about the investigation, sir.
Good. Tell me.
The trail leads to Ujits. I found out one of the bandits is from there, a fellow they call Limpy Lubosh.
I see. What else?
That's all I found out so far, sir.
All right. Come back and report to me as soon as you learn anything new.
Hey, hadi gidelim artık.
God be with you.
Eyvallah. Şimdi hangi tuştan basacağım? Üstüne gideceğiz. Bir tane flörtleşme terasa gitmemiz lazım. Teraş terası. İyi. Ama ilk önce böyle dinlense iyi olacak. Burada dinlenecek yer yok. Saat kaç? Saat 12. Biraz sayaya gidelim ya. Terasa yavrum, kuzum, konuşalım. Niye konuşmuyorsun lan benimle? Konuşsana karı. Çili miyim?
So what are we to do with you, Henry?
Çok şey yapabiliriz.
How about now? Fancy a walk to the town?
You
Haydi.
can't now. Come back in the evening, will you?
Sonra gel. Burada yatacağım bir yer var mı? Burada yatacağım bir yer yok. Akşam burada. Ne yapacağız? İstersen akşam yazıyorsun. Dinlenelim mi saat? Akşam. Akşam kaçta oluyor? Dışarıda mı? Pınar yavrum.
How about now? Fancy a walk to the town?
That sounds wonderful.
Güzel.
Everyone says the Broken Wheel Tavern is the fun place to be in the evening. I want you to take me there.
Have you ever been to a tavern?
Me and my father used to stop at the tavern in the glade when he was taking the flour into town, but he never wanted to take me inside.
Ben
What do you
sokacağım.
think,
Ben
Hal?
sokacağım.
Shall
Rahat
we
ol.
go?
And
Nerede?
just where might that be?
Just above the upper gate, a little before you reach retire.
Hemen.
Don't see why not. But you'll have to try some ale while you're there.
I will, I promise.
Bu karı
Let's be
neden
going
bizim arkamızı dönmüş bakıyor bize. Yüzüme baksana. Lan uyuma. Uyuma. Uyuma.
Oh, damn, I'm tired.
Uyuma. Uyuyup kalır
Go
mıyız
to
lan?
taverns a lot, do you?
Sometimes.
Enerji verecek bir şey yok mu kardeşim abi? Şöyle bir bana... Bu ne yapıyor? Güzel diyor bu da. Şöyle ağrı diyelim. Bozulmadan.
Don't talk about those oatcakes. Fritz's belly heaves at the very mention, even now.
And that's where you go to woo wenches, is it?
Ne fahişesi? Fahişe yok.
Taverns and bars are where the best ones gather.
You lout.
You don't need to take it the wrong way.
I'm not taking it any way at all.
It's all right. I'm only joking. I don't go picking up women in taverns.
Sese mi diyor?
What sort might that be? You're such a...
Baksana
Come
şu
on,
uzaklara gözlere.
So, here we are. Shall we order something?
Yes, definitely.
Service?
Ah, a pair of lovebirds. What would you like to order?
Dayı az romantik bir şeyler çal ya. Oha, bir tabak.
Is it alright?
It's excellent.
This ale
Ya bir ekecektik.
is no better in the province.
You know what?
What? What are you doing? Oh, no. But really?
Yes. Oh, come on, be brave.
No, I've never...
Hand on my hip.
I don't even know how.
And off we go.
Hay bakalım.
Really? I don't know how.
You're doing just fine.
Alright. Oh,
All right.
it's fine. Not so bad. You wore me out.
And you said you couldn't dance.
How about a dance with a real man?
Oğlum
How about
yürü
you
git.
leave me alone and bother someone else?
Oh, come on. It's a crime to waste a body like that on a scrawny boy like him. You got
Bak çocuk.
tits like a cow in calf.
Oy.
That's it. I like a woman to fight before I fuck her.
Defol git lan buradan. İt herif.
You'll pay for that, boy.
Gel. Gel.
Oh,
Çocuğu. Sen kimin kırsına karışıyorsun? Ha?
hey!
Hiç.
Ah,
Kurs. Ya. Bu ya. Sen senin ameliyatını...
Yibba!
well done.
Aa. Söyle. Gelme bir daha buraya.
I'm gonna enjoy it.
Seni zevk mi yapmışım?
You bastard.
Seni zevk mi yapmışım? Hop. Çat. Gel dışarı gel. Gel dışarı gel. Gel dışarı gel.
You gonna cry?
Kaçma.
Hey!
Keep going, pal.
Dur canım yok. Zaten canım yok.
Giving up.
You lazy dog.
Hayır. Az geri.
Take that.
You deserve that.
Oh!
Tamam. Geber. Böyle tokatlarız kardeşim.
My hero. Does it hurt?
You should worry about the other fella. I'm fine.
Ow!
Of course
Diğer
you are.
adamın içinden
That's why
geçtik,
you wince
içinden.
every time I touch you. You saw him off, though. He wasn't feeling so playful after you'd finished with him.
Abi oğlum ya ben mi vurdum lan?
Tacticals.
Baby.
Bebek falan yani. Ayıp oluyor yani. 2 tane adam dövdük şurada. Neyse kızı tavladık. Yarın öbür gün de işini pişirsek iyi olur.
So, you'll probably be fine. But try to give your hands some rest. Don't go lifting anything too heavy.
Thank you.
Can I take you home?
You never give up. Are you sure you don't need a bit more rest?
Olsun
I can
oğlum.
find my own
Millet
way.
gelen geçen seni kapıyor
I'll manage
sıkıyor.
those few extra steps.
Come on then, hero.
Bırakalım evine kadar. Uğursuzu var, iti var. Köpeği var.
I'll give you this.
Geliyor oğlum.
Nights out with you might be painful, but they're never boring.
I do my best.
You should go in before Peshek starts fretting.
Öpücükler de gitti. Ha budur. Budur baba. Kaç saattir bunu bekliyoruz.
Oh.
Aha. Güzel. Bizim biraz uyumamız lazım şimdi. Onun için şu kapının girişine gidip şurada yatak. Buradan mıydı yatak? Burada var. Burada var. Tamam. Oğlum çıkıyor. Çabuk ya. Burada kapıyı.
Jesus, I really was asleep.
Burada. Neyse. Tam bakayım, tam bakayım. Şimdi dayı oğlu. Biz burada hırsızlık yapacaktık. Yani hırsızlık dedim de bazı eşyaları üzecektik. İlk önce bir anahtar varmış. Burada kimse yokken kapıyı kapat. Anahtar değil mi? Nerede? Daha yeni sonra. Aşağıda dursun. Pardon.
What are you doing here?
Sen gider misin buradan? Ha. Nerede? Sanki biri geliyor. Pardon özür dilerim. Pardon. Çok özür dilerim ya. Gidecek misin? Aynen git. Allah Allah, hemen geliyor. İpneye bak. İpnenin evladı ya. Gelme bir. Gelme bir. Kapıyı kapat. Uf, yok ki. Hepsini alırım ama. Bir bakayım. Oğlum daha iyi lan. Yok daha iyiymiş. Avcının önünde. Zırh. Bizim zırh patates olmuş zaten. Bunu da tak. Gömleği. Hazırlıklı koyalım da dikkat çekmesin. Neyse bunları satarız. Bunda mı o zaman? Nasıl çok zor açamıyor muyum ben? Olsun. Oyuncu. Daha sonra götürür. Öyle ya da baygın adını taşımak. Valla kilo iyi de. Kilo iyidir ya. Ben çok eşya taşıyorum. Kilide zor. Çok zor. Bu daha zor. Ben bunu nasıl atacağım o zaman? Yetenekler gizledik. Dur şurada maymuncuk var. Baba ben zorsa ben bunu nasıl açacağım Allah aşkına bir söyleyebilir misiniz bana? Yani zorsa bu görev olmayacak demek. Ben ilk önce anahtarı almadım. Pardon benim hatam. Pardon benim hatam. Ne oldu? Ben kokuşum. Bana yazar. İlk önce anahtarı almalıyız. Anahtar da nerede? Sende mi lan anahtar? Anahtarlarını al. Tandır silahhanesi anahtarları var. Baba bu adamdaysa ben nasıl alacağım? Anahtarları ver lan. Pardon. Yanlışlıkla vurdum. Bir dakika tutacağız. Oy adam yürü ya.
All right, now you're dead.
Seni nasıl tekmeliyor? Ay yan.
So it's you. You were seen starting a brawl.
Yanlışlıkla
You should have
oldu.
thought twice about what you're doing.
Yanlışlıkla
That
oldu.
will land
Vurmayacaktım.
you a fat fine.
Oha. Benimle oynama.
Enough.
Benimle oynama.
What impertinence is this? Do you really want me to lose my temper?
What's your game, boy? I'm not going to swallow that one.
That's too much. I
Param
don't
var
have
da
that much gold.
vermek istemiyorum baba.
You still have to pay the penalty. Looks like you'll have to sit it out in jail.
Kaç.
Oh dear, that hurt.
Şimdi bir şey yapamam. Hadi lan hızlı götür, hızlı götür. Koş lan. Şu lavuğu götürmem lazım şu an. Şimdi yağmalayabiliriz. Maşallah. Bütün her şeyi aldım. Bırakacağım şimdi. Zırh. Oy. Fenasal bir zırhım var kardeşim. Bunu kullanalım. Altı. Çiz neydi? Şunu kullanalım. Tamam. Silahlar. Bunları satarız. Şunu at. Şunu kullan. Dedemin eski kılıcı. Kalıcı balta. Şu meşaleyi şuraya sokacağız da. Neyse onu sonra sokarız. Kaçak içki. İçme suyu. Şunları içelim ya. Sahte bir yiyelim. Ucuz şarap. Yiyelim. Tamam, sıkıntı yok. Hazır, silah tamam. Görev eşyaları. Çuha çiçeği. Yiyecek. Ata taşıyalım ya. Silahları da ata taşıyalım. Yanlışlıkla oldu.
Hey, who's there?
Ya sokacağım ya.
Who's there?
Pardon. Ya gelmeyin ya.
Come here, baby.
Alttan inersem sonra. Ha dayı, sen topal ayduzu sanıyor musun ya?
My respects to you.
Topallayan
I'm
adam.
looking for a fellow who
Oraya
lives here,
yaşayan biri
but
var.
I don't know his name. Do you know anyone with a limp?
Must be that farmhand Lubos. I don't know what the hell you'd want him for. I don't much care.
Derenin yanında bir evi var.
He's got a cottage
Hemen.
on the edge of the village near the stream.
Yerel sayıs kim?
Good luck to you.
Gerek yok yerel sayıs. Bu boş. Bu boş.
Yeah.
Derenin kıyısı dedi. Atla. Ya mal at. Ne kadar malsın ya. Şuradan atlayamıyorum. Vallahi malsın ha. Bu ne ya? Mal at. Şuraya nasıl takılabilirsin ya? Geri zekalı atıyor. Çok uzakta mı? Evet. Dere burada zaten. Ben de atlayamıyorum. Ne oluyor burada? Ne oluyor? Ne oluyor? Ölmüş mü?
Move along, citizens. Move along. There's nothing to see here.
That's what you call nothing to see. I'd like to know what something to see looks like.
By the keys of St. Peter, this is all I need. We'll have to send word to Sir Hanush.
That might not be necessary.
Who are you?
I'm Henry of Skalitz, in the service of Hanish's Captain Bernard. I'm investigating the attack at Neuhof, and I think this could be related.
Well, I'm the bailiff of Auschwitz. And I say we don't want any of that kind of trouble around here. What makes you think this has anything to do with Neuhof?
One of the folk at the stud farm recognized someone from Auschwitz among the bandits.
We have no bandits or murderers around here.
Really? They say he had a limp?
Shit. Well, allow me to introduce you.
Os.
Limpy Lubosh,
Ne olmuş lan?
or all that's left of him.
Ananı satayım. Adamın içinden geçmişler.
Sakra. Nothing's ever easy. I'll have to take a look around
Nasıl bir
and ask a few
tarikata
more
denk
questions,
geldik anasını?
if that's all right with you.
You can take this mess off my hands and welcome to it. As for what else there is to find out, I don't know. But look and ask.
Adamlarla
what you
hepsiyle
like.
konuşmak istemiyorum ya. Söyleyin baba, kim katil?
Who
Bu
was
kimdir
Limpy
bu adam
Lubosh?
kim?
A poor crofter and a scoundrel. Can't say I'm too surprised what happened to him. He kept company with all sorts of vermin. He was always getting into some kind of trouble. Punch-ups in the tavern and what have you.
Neden
How come he
topal?
limped?
He got that from some villainy or brawl a long time ago.
Has he been up to anything suspicious lately?
I don't know. The last few days he didn't go anywhere. He was home the whole time.
but he always kept everyone in the village at arm's length.
Did he have any kith or kin in the village?
None. A loner he was. I don't know the last time I saw him with anyone.
Lan bu adam
Do you happen to know where he was on the night of the
Yes.
Neuhof raid?
I've no idea. He kept his distance from other folk, so you never knew if he was away or holed up at home.
When did you
cesedi ne
find the
zaman
body?
buldunuz?
And did anyone see anything?
Just now, and nobody saw or heard anything. I don't know how they could gut him like that
Boğmuştur.
without someone hearing him scream.
Benim tecrübelerime göre boğmuştur.
Another thing about Lubosh.
Bunların hepsini sorduk zaten. Kahya. Boşsun. Oo. Bu mu? Hangisi güzel bakalım. Senin gözüne tutuyor. Bunlar hep yaşlı ya. Köylü.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I've come in the name of Sahanish of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
Ask away.
Bu da çirkin ya.
Who was this Lubosh who was murdered?
He was a drunkard and a beast. And lazy too. Idle hands are the devil's tools.
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
The only thing seemed suspicious was how a rogue like him suddenly started going to church. Now I see why, of course.
Kiliseye bir uğrayalım.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing the day Neuhof was raided?
What do I care about that scoundrel? I was glad he stayed out of my way.
Do you know who Lubosh used to spend time with? Kin or friends?
He was always a loner, except lately he started talking to the
Vay,
parish
sıkıntılı
priest
adam.
of all people.
Rahibeyle.
That's all. Thank you.
Hadi görüşürüz canım. Thank you.
Let them.
Köylü. İsmi köylü. Rahip nerede? Köylü. Pavel. Numir. Okçuluk ustası. Köylü. Şurası. Kasabalı. Köylü Moş. Köylü. Bir rahiple görüşelim. Geri geleceğim oraya. Geri geleceğim. Rahipin evi nerede lan? Daha doğrusu kilise mi? Bu mu kilise? Nasıl kilise lan? İnsan bir nevi izinli bir şey koyar. Ahır lan bu da. Pardon bir yanlış dedim. Hadi. At gel ya sen de.
Ya.
Ortamı anlıyorsun. Ne yapıyorsun lan sen? Şşt. Peder. Peder bir dur, kılıç sallama peder. Peder.
The blessings of our good Lord be with you, Father. I'm here in the name of Sahanish of Lipa, investigating the massacre at Neuhof, which seems to be connected to a murder here. Can I ask you a few questions?
It seems Sir Hanush is employing children as investigators. But ask as you wish,
Sen hayırdır
boy.
lan?
I hope this nasty business will be cleared up quickly.
Did you know Lubosh? What was he like?
A bit of a lost soul. Simple, rough fellow, but at heart I don't think he was such a bad person.
Did you notice anything suspicious recently?
My child, all sorts of suspicious things have been going on recently. People like Lubosh don't know what to do about it, and sometimes they do stupid things.
That's really not a lot of help to me, Father.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing on the day Neuhof was raided?
Unfortunately, I do know. And I'd like to help you with your investigation,
Lan söylesene.
but I can't.
What?
Ne alaka?
I'm bound by certain vows that forbid me to tell you.
Ya
That was more
yemişim
important
yeminini
than
anlat
catching
ya.
dangerous murderers.
There are laws of God above the laws of man, son. And one of those is the sanctity of the confession.
Aynen
Father,
para
surely you
verin.
can't be serious. There must be situations in which you can make an exception.
There are things that apply always, no matter what the circumstances. And this
Dayı,
is one of them.
sana 200 ateşleyeyim.
For heaven's sake, Father, can you really look me in the eye and tell me that, when you know you may be condemning innocent people to death?
I can. Because if I broke that vow, the consequences would be much worse than if I didn't. Maybe not immediately, but one day.
Adam kılıç
The
kullanıyor.
mills
Şimdi
of God
kılıçla
grind slowly.
şey yapmak istemedim.
Father, Lubosh was my only lead to the Neuhof raiders. Only he could tell me who was responsible for that massacre. If I don't
Hadi
find
be.
out who it was, it will probably happen again. Surely you wouldn't want that.
I
Kimse
wouldn't.
istemez baba.
But I can't betray the sanctity of the confessional. I'll tell you what.
Çok
Give me some
zamanın
time
yok
and
bak.
I'll
5
try to
dakika
think up
veriyorum
some way
sana.
of helping. Suppose we talk it over in the evening, in the tavern, over
Güzel
a
olur.
cup of good
Güzel
wine.
olur. Güzel olur.
Maybe we'll come up with
Sen
some.
bana anlatma.
Alright.
Bana dolaylı yoldan anlat.
Thank you, Father.
Metafor yap. Meyhaneler sen. Tamam. Akşamı bekleyeceğiz şimdi. Uyuyalım. Görev var mı burada? Şey. Görev bilmem. Geç bunları da. O birazcık dinlenmelik yer yok mu orada? Bir daha gezmek mi gerek? Bir olan köy gezmek. Saat kaç? Saat 4. 7'de mi akşamda? Dakika geç. Dakika geç. Şaşırtıcı. O ne demek lan? Ha. Millet kesiyor. Hakka vura. Şey oldu.
I'll be with you.
I've come in the name of Sir Hanush of Leiper. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
I don't know nothing about it, but to ask all you want.
That man Lubosh who was murdered, what was he like?
I didn't really know him. He kept to himself, even in the tavern.
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
Come to think of it, he was in church yesterday. He was even talking to the
Adamları
priest
öldürüp sonra
and
gelip
went
burada
to
günah mı
confession.
çıkarttı lan bu lavuk?
I was wondering what he was up to take to the faith all of a sudden. But I suppose no sin's too dark for God's mercy.
Çözeceğiz, hepsini çözeceğiz yavaş yavaş.
Do you know what Lubosh was
Sen
doing
biliyor
the
musun?
day Neuhof was raided?
I was coming from the tavern very late that night and I caught a glimpse of someone entering the village. He looked like he was in a hurry. It was only a shadow against the sky, but after what happened, I wouldn't wonder.
Do you know anyone Lubosh used to spend time with? Relatives or friends?
Not with anyone from the village. He used to sit in the tavern next to us sometimes, but he never said much.
Zaten hep böyle
That's all.
sessiz olanlardan kurtulacaksın. Baba bana
Is there anything suspicious going on in these parts?
Indeed there is. Around here, you should hear about what Vashek the groom has been up to at the stables. When the head groom told the lads here, they fell off their seats laughing. Oh, and another thing. Just last night, Father Godwin was here, calling fire and brimstone down on old Gertrude, the herb woman. He's not one to make a fuss over some trifle either.
Can I
Bana
sleep?
bir yatak ver ya.
Certainly. For how long?
Kaç gece değil lan?
Just the one night?
No problem, but you pay in advance.
Pahalı mı? $2 senin 2 altın dolar ne?
You'll like it here. Like sleeping on a cloud it is.
Where do I go to sleep?
You'll have no trouble finding it. Right inside the door to the building, there's a ladder up to the loft. Your bed's ready there, and a trunk for your belongings. May the Lord watch over you.
Peder.
Blessings of our Lord be.
And with you, lad. Take a seat.
Papa 7. Sen kimsin?
I'm sorry I can't tell you everything. But maybe we can work something out. But first I'd like to hear something about you, my son. With whom do I have the honor? Where are you
Ben
from?
niye sana kendimi anlatıyorum?
I'm from Skalitz.
Oh. I'm sorry.
Ya
What about
ailem
your kin?
öldü.
They're dead.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Here, we'll drink to them. It must have been terrible.
It was terrible. It seemed so pointless. We had no warning. They just appeared and began the slaughter. God knows why. They killed anyone who didn't make it to the shelter of the castle. My parents, my girl, even the Deutsch who was on Sigismund's side. I didn't make it to the castle. I wanted to try and help my parents, but there was nothing I could do. When I fled to Townburg with the Cumans on my heels, they almost killed me. They slaughtered people in the surrounding villages. There was a pile of bodies in front of the church in Rovna. Folk who tried to take refuge there, but
My poor child. May God grant them eternal rest. And how did you come to get this assignment? I'd have expected Sir Hanish to send that old grouch, Bernard.
you think I'm too young for the job, Father?
I do, to tell the truth.
Well, I can only apologise for my lack of grey hair and gout.
Now the most important thing. What actually happened at Noya? The good folks hereabout are saying all kinds of terrible things. But I take most of it with a pinch of salt.
The rumours aren't exaggerated this time, unfortunately. The Neuhof stud farm was raided by bandits, but they didn't come to pillage or even take the horses. They only wanted to kill. They maimed the horses and slaughtered some people.
Ya bacım bir şey konuşuyoruz. Bir git şuradan ya.
Quarrelled among themselves and broke off the attack. And judging by what's left of our Lubosh, they're still settling accounts.
I see it's every bit as bad as people claim. Dreadful. Well then, here's to those poor souls who had to die so pointlessly and so terribly.
Ben
I told you all
konuştum.
about me. Now it's your turn, Father. You don't look much like our parish priest at home. I noticed you're pretty handy with a sword. I wouldn't expect that of a man of the cloth.
You know what they say. The Lord moves in mysterious ways.
But this is a bit more mysterious than others.
Let's just say I haven't always been a priest. Fate led me to places where affairs were settled by force.
Aynen.
These days, of course, it's just a bit of exercise to keep me in shape.
Well, we've had an agreeable chat, but now let's get down to business. So, about this confession of Seal. Do you really want more innocent people to die?
Henry, that's not how it works. There are matters in which you can't make exceptions because if
Doğru
you do
ama
it
bu
once,
istisna
you'll
kardeşim ya.
forever be tempted
Allah
to do
Allah.
it again. If people stop believing in the church because their confessional secrets are betrayed, they won't trust anyone, and that's
Kimse
worse than
bilmeyecek.
even the most hideous crime.
I understand, but that means I've reached a dead end. Those cutthroats will strike again and I can't stop them.
Chin up, lad. I might have a solution.
Söyle.
If I tell you what Luboš told me, I'd be betraying the confessional secret. But
Baba şimdi
first
yap
thing
ya.
tomorrow, I'll
Yarın
try
ne?
something I think might help me.
Word of honor?
On my soul.
I always wondered about the things a priest tells his congregation. Where on earth do you get the ideas for your sermons?
Well, Ujic isn't Prague. It's not enough to instruct you. They have to be entertained, too. If I only read from the Bible, I'd soon be preaching to an empty church.
Our priest wasn't exactly a bard. So what do you preach to your flock about?
It has to be something topical, condemning vices, and of course describing them in detail. Tongue-lashing about the two popes goes down well these days. And stories from real life, with a nice moral to them, are popular as well. Especially if they're about fornication and similar scandalous vices.
Can you give me an example?
Well, recently a priest by the name of Jan Hus started preaching in Prague, in the Czech language, and the people liked it. I hear he always has a full house. The journeyman who heard him told me what Hus is preaching, and I like the sound of it. I'm thinking about putting it in my own repertoire.
What's so amazing about it?
The preaching of Master Jan Hus about Mother Church, the lamentable well in which the church is drowning has turned to poison, and nearly the whole of Christendom is contaminated. Just like a flock of hungry ravens, they settled on this land to devour every grain of gold and silver. They know no mercy. Their hearts are corrupted by longing for wealth, and they shamelessly profit from everything. You want to baptize a child? Pay. You want to steal and murder? Pay and you will have absolution. What if the devil himself were to pay? Would he ascend to heaven too? With such money gained from the poor, they buy beautiful horses to ride and needless servants to pamper them. They gamble at dice and dress their whores in expensive furs, while Jesus Christ walked barefoot and had no place to lay his head. Look to your consciences, you robbers of the poor, for you are seen by God and his people too. Amen.
Well, this Jan Hus character is quite a rebel.
Oh, the congregation will love it.
I don't doubt it.
Let's drink to that.
Funny. That last bit reminds me of someone.
What do you mean? My situation's completely different. Huth preaches against the prelates and the clerics who are robbing the poor. Look at me. I don't have a pot to piss in. I'm no better off than the folk I preach to. I'm one with them in poverty and suffering and everything that troubles them. I drink with them and curse those stuffed habits in Sasau Monastery.
Tamam dayı sıktın ya. Usta öğretileri aklı yeter o kadar var.
Thanks for the sermon, but I think I've been morally uplifted enough.
Aynen.
It's getting quite late. What are your plans, Father?
What do you suppose? We have a drink, of course.
Ah, that sounds like a good plan.
I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Gel lan beraber içelim, nereye gidiyorsun? Köfte yaparız.
Do wczorajszylne staje brak, już sej moi słabi murzy, nechciałby kwej i kudzi. Na jedno, a tacy damy jedno, a Boże lepszy hubi jako poslední jen. Budny słaby, panorama stawi, a tak mi pan subi, a posaď se mi sen, tak posaď se sen, a ty pan jeden. Ukaż to si jako
koyarlar böyle, böyle koyarlar.
tu są nejden, tak dalej my hned, a chodzi se zje. Blisko wybrać go
enough of this.
Ne oldu ya?
Bailiff, come on over here. Sit down and have a drink with us.
Don't vex me again, Father. It's 3 hours past dusk.
Ha yasak mı vardı
Curfew
lan?
is long gone.
So what?
So, I'll have you all whipped and put in the stocks, and I'll write a letter to the bishop about you, priest.
Well, nothing to worry about then. Everyone knows the only one around here who can write is me.
Enough! Men, throw them out. Oh.
You looking for a fight?
Kollamam. Yapma.
Henry, back me up.
Yapma. Abi. Baba.
Come here, lily liver.
İlla kavga ettireceksiniz. Oğlum 3.
What's the matter?
Gel lan buraya. Lan ediyoruz işte yardım.
Surrender! You'll have to answer for your law. Do something about it.
Guards! Help! Stop that brawl before they beat each other to death!
Yavşak.
They're crushing each other there.
Yap.
Stop them!
Pardon tamam.
I saw you beating folk. I've no time for brutes like you. This definitely won't come cheap. You'll learn. Crime doesn't pay.
Sattı.
Damn it. Here's your coin then.
You've paid for your crimes. I hope you've learned your lesson.
Sattı. Şimdi biz diğer günü mü bekleyeceğiz? Benim uyumam lazım. Yatağım nerede? Yatağım pandaydı zaten. Kapabilmeyeceğim. Kapımı aç. Açın kapıyı. Oğlum burada değil mi lan yatak? Gece geçti mi? İnşallah biri gelip kaldırmaz ya. Hala sarhoşmuş. Türkçe konuş lan. Anlamıyorum. Benim görevim bitti ya. Papaz.
Jesus Christ be praised.
I've come in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
Sir Hanush gives a job like that to a young fellow like you? Well, what do I care? Ask.
That man Lubosh who was murdered, what was he like?
He was a strange one. Always drinking, bad-tempered. Lord knows how he made a living. Well, maybe now I've got an idea or two.
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
I didn't see much of him lately, not even in the tavern. Not till yesterday in church, as it happens.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing the day Neuhof was raided?
I don't think he was home at all. Wait, are you saying he... Jesus,
Bütün köylü böyle kaçamak
Do you know
cevaplar
anyone
tutuyor.
Lubosh used to spend time with? Relatives or friends?
I really don't know. As far as I know, he had no kin. I never saw him with anyone.
Hepsi aynı güç.
That's all. Thank you.
Ne yapacağız? Saptağı bekliyorum. Güversin. Gün ağarınca gün... Yarın bir şey yapacağız dedin lan dayı. Sorma, ne halin sorma. Şşt. Peder.
Good luck to you.
Dur belki bunun kılıç eğitimi alayım.
I see you know how to wield a sword, Father. I wouldn't have expected that from a man of the cloth.
With a stick. I practice with a stick. Reminder of my youth and days gone by, and it helps keep me in good form.
Do you have any work that needs doing?
My dear lad, I have more worries than I can bear. Another pair of shoulders would ease my burden. I have to deal with a local witch.
A witch?
Canım.
The herb woman, old Gertrude. That devious hag who will stoop to anything. Like all herbalists, for that matter.
Oh, don't tell me. The cows are giving blood instead of milk, and babies are being born with 2 heads and a tail.
This is no laughing matter. Gertrude isn't evil. She just has peculiar ideas about what's good for people. A little bird told me she incited some Ujet's women to witchery.
This isn't my kind of work.
Yok. Neyse, bu bölümü burada bitirelim. Bu yavşak bir şeyler yapacağım dedim ama yapmıyor. Bir dahaki bölümde yapacak.